My name is Rafal, and today I'll be talking about T-Mobile advertisement. So, I'm on Auto Report. I actually put in my recommendations for T-Mobile to actually take a look at their advertisements they do for mostly their promotions. So, during their promotions, usually they put in small fine print, just like every single company. That, for example, you get free phones, but you have to do this, and all that information is actually in small print. Well, we're going to be actually taking a look at some of the commercials that T-Mobile does, and I just want to actually persuade everybody here today to actually take a look at my idea to try to rearrange the way that T-Mobile advertises their promotions. So, first of all, let's go into a little information. So, first I'm going to be talking about what is fine print. So, fine print, according to a website I found, fine print is basically compliance with legal technicalities that necessitate full disclosure of terms and conditions as well as the limitations of the product the offer is being promoted. So, with the offer being promoted, just like T-Mobile, like I said before, they said, hey, this phone is completely for free. Hey, you can get this phone on us, or you get all this benefits for this, and that. But in small prints, they actually put the actual eligibility requirements, and only a certain amount of customers could actually put that, qualify for the offer. And that's an issue because, as you can see here, I actually work on the front lines and I have to actually deal with the customers and deal with the issues they're actually having or the misrepresentation they're having with the advertisement that T-Mobile is producing. So most companies promoting an offer use fine print to explain full details quickly and hoping customers do not pay attention. So that's an issue. That's advertisements. I know it's almost every single company does it. T-Mobile is actually one of the ones who don't do it. But I'm going to get into the reason why we should try to stop doing it and try to look at a different way to advertisements so we could actually bring customer satisfaction, customer happiness into the store, and it actually will reflect as a company as a whole. So let's take a look actually at one of the advertisements. I know it's kind of hard to see right now, but this is a promotion. It says 4 iPhone 11s on us. So this is actually a promotion that's going on as of right now. I'm actually one that I have to offer to customers when they come in. But here, it's really hard to see actually on this TV, but when I send you guys the slides, you'll actually be able to see everything. But on the bottom over here, it says, when you trade in a qualifying phone. So, that's an issue. 1, small print. 2, what actually is not actually stated on this whole advertisement that we're actually advertising to all the customers is that you have to add a brand new number onto your account. And you have to actually bring that number over from a different carrier, for example, anything that's not T-Mobile affiliated. So, for example, like Boost, Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, etc., etc. That actually is not stated here on this little advertisement that T-Mobile produced, and that's an issue because customers come in the store, they yell at us saying, hey, I was supposed to get free iPhone 11s, I was supposed to only trade in a phone, yada, yada, yada. Creates a whole really bad experience with the customer, escalations happen, etc., etc. So now I actually want to take a look at some of the main points I'll be talking about. This was all just a little introduction to see what we're going to be talking about. But now let's get to the fun part. So, on the main points today I'll be talking about is the uncarrier, the model that T-Mobile actually uses since, I think it was 2011, since John Legere became CEO. We're going to take a look at the customer satisfaction aspect of the company and how the advertisements come into play with customer satisfaction. Any objections that we're going to be pretty much introduced after I make forward my recommendations. So first, I actually want to take a look at some of the commercials that we're going to be actually looking at here. And this is 2 commercials that I kind of want to show because it helps prove my point to why we kind of need to take a look and try to do something else with it. So let's take a quick look at the commercial.
T-Mobile knows dancing is better when you include a partner.
Alright, everybody having fun. I'll show you this.
And unlimited is better with a phone.
Right there. So, 4 lines for $40 for 4 lines. which is correct. But in the small print, which is right over here, $30 for essentials with autopay. So the essentials is actually a plan that we're offering. So you can't get this deal, this $40 deal, if you have that specific plan. $10 for Galaxy S9, you only get that Galaxy S9 deal only if you actually come over to add a brand new number. So nothing here states anywhere here that you, as even an existing customer, you have to add a line for you to actually get this deal over here. So, that's an issue. Nowhere here. So, for example, existing customers that have been with us for 15 years take a look at this. It's like, oh, look, I could change my whole entire plan and get this whole deal. Well, sorry, Mr. Customer, no, you can't, because I could just switch over to this plan. It's not an issue, but for you to get this deal for $10 for the S9, you have to add a brand new number to actually try to get this deal. And if your credit score is not the greatest on the account, again, you don't qualify for this because, you have to put more down, etc., etc., etc. There's a whole thing. But I'm talking about, and even these little prints over here, yes, some of it's important, that's really necessary for you to actually explain, but at least on this advertisement, what you should show is that, hey, Mr. Customer, you actually have to add a brand new number if you're existing, so it doesn't cause confusion for most of our existing customers, okay? Another one I want to take a look at is this. Kind of a similar deal that happened in 2018. Just want to show real quick. Same idea, everybody having fun, yada, yada, yada.
Which is great.
Great, awesome. Okay, cool. Here's this.
Buy an iPhone 8, get an iPhone.
There it is again. Buy an iPhone 8, get an iPhone 8 on us. After rebid and qualifying trade-in. Cool, yes. Qualifying trade-in is in there. Again, with qualifying trade-in, what that states is that depending on what phone you trade in, that's the offer. That's how much we'll give you. So it's not like you're going to completely get this phone on us after rebate. Okay, cool. Thank you for explaining that kind of similar thing. But again, existing customers actually do not really qualify for this. Sorry for my cat. So really, existing customers couldn't really qualify for this because in order for them to receive this deal, is for them to actually, again, add a brand new number. And again, none of this states anywhere here that you have to actually add a line. It just says, hey, you can buy an iPhone 8, get an iPhone 8 on us. Causes issues, for example, for me, when I work in the front line, the customer's yelling at me, they want this deal. Well, I can't even offer to them, So that's really annoying when it comes to me working in the front line and I have to explain to the customer step by step exactly how to get this deal. And the customer leaving mad and not recommending T-Mobile for us, for example, because they didn't qualify for this deal because T-Mobile created false advertising, etc., etc. And that fine print over here that I was talking about, if you cancel wireless service, that is actually the correct thing. But then again, when you actually listen,
on us. And now, bring your family to T-Mobile and get a fourth.
Oh, sorry, there we go. Even the guy who's actually talking in the commercial does not even talk about the fine print. So as a customer, you see like little print over there, but you really don't pay attention because it's really, really small. So you feel like it's not really that important, and it's kind of useless. It feels useless, So let's take a look at my main points over here. So T-Mobile, give it a second. T-Mobile labels themselves as the uncarrier. So what it means to be the uncarrier, according to Mike Siebert, who's now the CEO of T-Mobile, who used to be the CFO before the ledger left a few weeks ago, actually. Says, we don't think the consumer is best served by a mentality of industry that has gone for a long time been dominated by utility companies. Have a utility company thinking contracts, rigid rules, thick layers of bureaucracy, but where there are problems, there are opportunities. Siebert believes T-Mobile has a real opportunity to be disruptors. So what it means is standing out from the other guys. What I mean by that is, for example, offering unlimited talk and text and data, internet, something that no company did that before us. Giving no contracts, so getting phones on payments without having to worry about it, for example, like APR, or like a specific contract. Say you can pay it off your phone anytime you like. There's more flexibility. We're completely different compared to the other the competitors. So as you can see here, same thing as T-Mobile does. This is a Verizon ad. I took a little screenshot of it. It's kind of hard to see on the phone, but again, you'll see it on the slides when you take a look at it. It says, buy one, get one. Buy any Google Pixel 4 and get another one on us. And again, small print. The purchase option is $1,000, etc., etc., etc. But actually, I'd look more into this little deal they had. And again, you actually have to add a brand new number for you to qualify for this deal. Again, misrepresentation for the customer doesn't really. So the customer comes in the store thinking they get to get this deal, but no, they can't. Well, because you have to add a line, and if you don't have to add a line, it's really no use for a customer to actually do it. So again, T-Mobile, Verizon, this is not really an uncarrier kind of move for T-Mobile to be doing the same thing what the other competitors are doing. So. Let's take a look at another thing that T-Mobile focuses on is customer satisfaction. So, customer satisfaction is actually one of the most important things T-Mobile looks at. Okay, so according to the main T-Mobile website back in January 2009, it's true. T-Mobile customers again ranked highest for overall customer satisfaction and likelihood to recommend all throughout 2018. Again, I think in 2019 we did good, but I just couldn't find the correct data. I recommend throughout 2018, whatever national results from a leading consumer opinion tracker, which surveys more than 3,600,000 wireless customers annually. Still skeptic, YouGov, an international data analytics firm, also reported that T-Mobile customers were satisfied in wireless throughout 2018, and for the first time, T-Mobile ranked highest in quality too. Again, I see here, customer satisfaction one of the most important points for T-Mobile and prides themselves for it. I'll explain again what I mean, why customer satisfaction it is. I just want to provide a brief overview of how T-Mobile actually works and why it's so important for customer satisfaction and what kind of role it plays for the advertisers and shows. Take a look at the next one. Actually, let me take a look back. Happiest in wireless, that's one of the biggest models that actually T-Mobile looks at. Again, customer satisfaction continued. So, I'm a mobile expert, some sales guy right on the front line, and we actually get paid off customer service scores, okay? Customer service scores get sent out as a text message after the transaction takes place with the customer, and ratings are usually 1 through 10. 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Anything below a 9 is actually unacceptable because if anything is below an 8, that means we didn't provide full service. If something's like even a 1 or 2, managers, even district managers, reach out to the customer to see what was happening, how can we fix this, etc., etc., etc. Take a look here, a little beautiful chart over here by YouGov, just stated as before. From 2016, 2017, 2018, T-Mobile satisfaction keeps going up. And it has been going up since the uncarrier move was actually adopted. Okay. And customer satisfaction is super, super, super important to pretty much to T-Mobile. So why is it that we always misrepresent the advertisements that we show, and the customer comes from the store, hey, I could get this deal, that creates a bad customer experience. So with the advertisement that we show, that just try to be more direct to the customer, to our existing, or maybe are the ones who are trying looking over to switch over, and try to be more direct to the customer. So there's no kind of misrepresentation of what the ad is supposed to be actually advertised. So some of the objections that we might see, but wait, if we start advertising the way you are suggesting, then we might lose traffic in the stores, which can result in losing profit. My answer to that is customers love when companies stand out and love honesty. For example, how we did with Uncarrier. Ever since the new Uncarrier was developed, we actually became one of the top wireless companies in the U.S. And now every single year it's going up. For example, now we got Sprint. Now we're pretty much the second wireless company in the U.S. So customers love when the companies stand out and provide them solutions that nobody else can. With more likelihood to recommend to family members with better experience in stores. So if we start advertising our deals how we should be, and for us to be really truthful with our advertisements and tell them exactly how the deal is supposed to work, customer experience will get a lot better. More than likelihood to recommend will rate better. So the scores, for example, instead of being 75, will be 89, which can lead to more profit, which could be actually a lot better compared to now, because actually with misrepresentation with advertisements, this creates sometimes customer escalations because a deal wasn't the deal was not fully explained, yada yada yada, which forces us to get credits. Credits is pretty much us company giving the customer money because of a mistake the company made. So we'll lose less money, more likelihood, and customers will start loving us a lot more than they already do. Overall, the summary: T-Mobile's motto being Un-carrier, customer satisfaction is what brought back the company back to life. Let's stick with these principles, and we'll keep leading to. This will keep leading to success, which is why we should start to keep standing out compared to the other competitors and start rearranging how advertising work and start being more truthful with the fine print and start being more truthful how the actual promotion works. It makes it easier for me, I'll tell you that. It's really annoying when somebody comes in the store saying, I'm supposed to get this, this, this. Why is you guys lying to me? Again, false advertisement, misleading, and it just gets annoying, and it creates unnecessary anger for me and for the customer, just let's keep moving forward by being different from the other guys. Always, like I said, the other guys are other wireless companies like Verizon, Sprint, and AT&T. Let's keep being different. They keep doing the same thing what we're doing. Let's switch it up again. Let's make our advertisements completely different the way they're doing. Okay, and let's try to keep standing out compared to everybody else. Let's be honest, advertisements with customers to drive, again, like I said, recommendations, and it'll be between family and friends. Just because one person has a good experience with the truth being told in advertisements and then come to the store, they actually get the deal they were expecting instead of coming in and wasting their time, they'll actually start recommending us to their family and friends, which is, again, creates more profit, which is what companies always strive for. Okay? Final thoughts, questions, anybody? Going once, going twice. Cool. Thank you, and I apologize for the background noise because that is my cat meowing and he's being very annoying. Cool. Thank you.